Alright guys, you've been waiting for it for a while. Here's my Destiny review. It's simple. Despite its flaws, I love this game. I keep coming back to it. I'm going to tell you why. I was a huge Halo fan. Not exactly right when it first came out, but maybe about a year and a half after it came out. I got my hand on an Xbox, and I played it consistently. Halo 2 was a day one purchase for me. Got the multiplayer map pack, which was a great buy at the time. The Halo 3 was also a day one buy for me as well, which I played even more than Halo 2, which was I had a full blown addiction. In fact, I helped moderate a forum called HaloAddict.com, which is now defunct, unfortunately, because it was a nice forum. Um, Ultimately, Bungie's pedigree and its reputation with me is very strong. And going into this, I knew what to expect. I knew the gunplay was going to be perfect. I knew the lore would be sketchy. I knew the story would be sketchy. I kind of went in expecting excellent gameplay. And, that's really all I wanted out of Destiny. And Destiny delivers with the gameplay. Um, it takes a lot of cues from a lot of MMOs in terms of how um, it takes existing content and makes it replayable. It fills a lot of the gaps that Halo 3 had because there was so much about Halo 3 that you could never have dreamed of doing on any other game, and they made it happen. And so much of what we see in Halo 3 as a game is now implemented on a console level with sharing videos and things like that. Amazing stuff. So Destiny is really a continuation of that. Reach was a great game and continued on with that, but I really think that this is the spiritual successor to Halo 3 in terms of design and scope. Um, I can tell you that any variety that is lacking in the content, whether we talk about customization options, story missions, strikes, or raids, because this game borrows heavily from MMO um, peers, it's going to come in time. One of my best friends, Justin, you guys know him as Prince Platypus in some of the other videos, he has said over and over again that he remembers when World of Warcraft first came out, and it had just about as much content as Destiny does, and it's one of the biggest games on the planet to this day. And that game is really old by comparison. So the idea that Destiny is going to continue to grow and expand as time goes on, I don't think it's a fanboy remark, and I don't think it's unreasonable. Bungie's made it very clear, and Activision, excuse me, have made it very clear that they're going to support this game and integrate it seamlessly with any potential sequels that are coming along the way. Um, Bungie is putting out patches quite often to try and make sure the game functions as it should. They don't always succeed. You see my video about the raid. I'm still pretty pissed about that, but I'm confident that given time, they're going to fix everything and get things working. Because I got to tell you, I don't play as often as I used to. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I've got my characters just about where I want them, and I just don't feel like grinding because I don't need to. If I want to go into a high level anything, I've got Alice. I've got my Titan at 29, and she'll be a 30 before we know it. And I want that to happen organically. I was grinding specifically to get her to that level so that I had the freedom to play the game in any way that I wanted to. And I have that freedom. So I don't feel the need to go out of my way and grind anything for my other characters, which are named Rosie and Banshee. Rosie is named Rosie because she's an exo. Rosie being the Jetsons' robotic maid. And Banshee is named such after my cat that recently passed away, just as a kind of a nod to her. So I'm organically creating reasons to play the game again, in that respect. So, and then also when this DLC comes out, I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time playing it, so I just don't want to burn out. And I gotta say, over 200 hours into the game, I don't regret a single minute of it. It's great stuff. It's a lot of fun. The graphics, I've never seen a frame rate drop. I've never experienced any high amount or frequent lag in any server for any portion of the game. any server issues have been fixed very quickly without any major interruptions of service, especially given the scope of the game. It's just a well done game. A lot of the articles I see online talk about how excellent the gunplay is, and that's the honest to Godzilla truth. It's great stuff. It's amazing how well it plays, and I don't find myself wanting to play any first person shooters when this satisfies as much as it does. Um, it's just a lot of fun. That's the thing I keep coming back to. The social aspects of it. I enjoy playing it on my own, but I have so much more fun with my friends. And the game is designed from the ground up to be played with other people. And a lot of people were really hesitant against that in the beginning, but now they see it's not only necessary, but it's just more fun. And now that the PlayStation 4 now allows you to broadcast party chat, you can actually be playing multiple games at the same time. So two of your buddies can be doing a strike, another two buddies can be doing a strike, and two other guys can be in, or gals can be in PvP or something, and everyone's going to be able to talk and have great conversations. And the social aspect between this game and the features of the consoles just keeps getting better and better and better. And I see it getting continuously better as time goes on. Um, Gripes I do have with the game that I don't see going away in this iteration of it. Load screens are ridiculous. Um, I'm sick of them. I'd like to see some kind of patch made where we can uh, do something beyond going to the menu. Although that's a great feature. When the load screens are up, I can go to my information screen, look at my inventory, change up my weapons and stuff like that. It's very nice. I would prefer that to be the default. I know I'm going to a planet. I know my ship is going to be there. It's a big gripe, but it's something that'll be fixed. I think that there should be greater levels of customization available. Um, One of the guys on Reddit had mentioned that shaders need to be a lot more accessible because there's only like 7 or 8 colors and variations on those color schemes, and they're not that varied. The one that I use is the black and gold one that was made available because of the Call of Duty pre-order, which I promptly canceled after I redeemed the code. I'm not going to apologize for it. That's exactly what I did, and I did it because I wanted that shader, because I like black. And I'm from Pittsburgh, so black and gold made sense, and also being in Iowa, black and gold's a thing out here, so it all worked out. I just think that there are certain things that Bungie kind of dropped the ball on in terms of depth of customization. I don't think that that's lost on them. I think that Destiny was designed from the ground up to be multi-platform, and it shows. What I mean by this is that when Destiny 2 comes out, a lot of shortcomings we're seeing in terms of quote-unquote lack of depth or lack of customization, you're going to see implemented in Destiny 2. The joke I see a lot of the times is that Destiny is the beta for Destiny 2. One could say that Bungie did the exact same thing with Halo and Halo 2 when they were around. So I cannot complain in the least. This game is holding my attention. I love playing it. I love playing with my friends. And I love playing with you guys, those of you that do come on at the same times and so forth. So I do think that Destiny 2 and Destiny 3 are going to be amazing and be additions to an already, it's a good start. By no means is this, if Destiny 2 is just more of the same, then I'm going to be really pissed off. But the fact is, Bungie has a history of making good on everything and making huge leaps. Look at from Halo 1 to Halo 3. And if you doubt their ability to innovate, then you're just not paying attention or you're a troll. Um, I have my issues with Activision as a publisher, but it's pretty clear that Bungie's got a lot more control over the game proper than has been hinted at in the press. So I'm not concerned about it. This game is a work in progress, as anything else. I'll be issuing reviews on the DLC packs as they come out. But short version, if too long didn't read, excellent gunplay. The story is just passable enough to get you into the game. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The story of Destiny isn't the story of an anonymous guardian. It's the story of somebody who, once they find their way in the world, once they hit level 20, then they go out. and they make their own stories. You know, those videos I put out of the highlights, those are the stories I tell my friends. The things that I and my friends have done in the game, not whether or not I actually, know the name of, enemies and stuff like that. The story is you. So that's my big thing with the story. Um, Graphics are great. The service is good. I got no issues with it long term that can't be fixed. So extremely happy with the game. Extremely happy with the presentation. Even the launch went off pretty much without a hitch, for me. So people that want to hate on it, I can understand why you don't like it. Um, but I said it in my first 40 hours review. If you went into this expecting just a shooter, tough. If you went into this just expecting an MMO, tough. This is not what it's supposed to be. It is an all-encompassing, fairly unique experience that I look forward to playing for years to come. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and as always, keep on grinding in Destiny or any other game. Cheers.